Daisy here with my top 10 layout share for 2017. This is a YouTube hop that we are doing, and there will be links below to all of the other videos of the crafters who are participating as well. I chose just to do 12 by 12 layouts, just because they were, I could get to them easier than my 8.5 by 11s. But so let's get started. This is one of my favorite layouts, and this is, I think, one of the first layouts that I created with my first kit from the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. I absolutely love this. I love the swimming pictures, and I love that I used part of the photo down here, and the colors are just right up my alley, and I really enjoy this one. This layout is one I created for Spiegel Mom Scraps. We had to do a sketch and also use circles, so I used these wreaths that I cut out. These are a cut file from the Silhouette shop. I used the Bohemian Dreams by Coco Vanilla. I won all of this from the Secret Not Secret first scrap party that they hosted. I was one of the scrap party superheroes, and so I won this awesome prize pack that included a lot of this collection. I created a little shaker pocket here with the Spiegel Mom Scrap sequins, and I just love how light and airy and pretty this is. And the story is awesome too. This is of my daughter's first real dance recital. This is also one that I created for Spiegel Mom Scraps. This is, we had to use art as inspiration, and I had found a picture, I think, of a seahorse or something, and it was made out of a bunch of little dots. So what I did is I took different color inks and an eraser, I believe, or maybe I used an eraser and some stamps and created all these dots, and then I added in a bunch of sequins. I think you can see the sparkle a little bit on there, in between all the dots and over some of them. Pretty much everything here is from Spiegel Mom Scraps. The thread and the cork stars and all the sequins are. And this is of my son, the first time he got to see a cow. And I just think it's really fun. Now this is one also for Spiegel Mom Scraps that I created. We had to scrap lift Missy Whitten over the summer, and so I decided to do some mixed media in the background, and I did some like white cuts over it. And these are from, I think most of them or all of them are from, no, these ones are from Coco Daisy. They were exclusive cuts, and I think this one is a Spiegel Mom Scraps cut file that you can find on the blog. And I just love how sparkly it is, and how even though it's super colorful, it's also a little subtle in how colorful it is, I guess. Now this one was tons of fun. I actually hated this while I was making it, and then it started turning into something else, and I absolutely love how it came out. Now I don't like hologram stuff. I don't know. It just reminds me of like when I was little and like Lisa Frank stuff, which is fine. It seems a little like childish to me, but I figured it was perfect on here. I could use a little piece of it and it would be great. I created this pocket here with some tulle, and I filled it full of I think it's the Ferris wheel sequin mix. I don't think that one's available anymore. But I love these photos of my daughter. She says she has 3 kinds of selfies: her serious selfies, her smiling selfies, and her silly selfies. So I just love how, like, especially with Snapchat, that we get some great photos of the kids being kids. This one, I can't remember what I created it for. Yep, I have no idea. I don't remember. I'm pretty positive I have a video for it though. So, and I just created a bunch of these like pinwheel shapes in the background. Oh, this was also Spiegel Mom Scraps. We had to use stitching. So I have stitching holding down each one of these little pinwheels. I cut out these little words out of an Amy Tangerine paper, and then I used a bunch of thread kind of tangled up behind everything. And I don't know, I really like this. I think it's a lot of fun. I love the colors. Sorry, I'm losing my voice a little bit. This is another one that I created for Spiegel Mom Scraps, I think. And I used, I cut out a bunch of clouds, and then I used some of the texture paste and created kind of this cool effect. I think I used some Heidi Swap texture paste and then sprayed in some Jenny B Blue shimmers and created these. And then this is all sequins here, and then we have all these beautiful die cuts. I don't know about you, but it kills me a little bit to use all of these die cuts on one layout because then I can't use them on other layouts, but I love how this turned out. And this is just my son and my daughter. This was taken before my youngest was born, like right before she was born, maybe a week. And we had gone on an adventure where we just walked down kind of on this trail by the river, and yeah, I used a bunch of different sequin mixes here, and I love this little sun. I think it's so much fun. So this, I don't know, these are not in a particular order, but these next three layouts are my last three, and they're all kind of tied for first for me. So if you have been following me at all, you know that I like to make kind of scrappy backgrounds and use my scraps up in different ways. This one was created for Spiegel Mom Scraps. We had to use art as inspiration, and I used, I think it was a watercolor of a giraffe, and it had all these different cool patterns and everything, so I decided to do the same. And so I freehand drew a giraffe. I cut it out on some copy paper, and then I used the copy paper as like a template, like you can kind of see here, to glue down all these different little itty bitty pieces of paper. And I just kind of did a rainbow effect, and I kept everything else kind of simple because I added so much to the giraffe. And I love his little eyelashes here. And I added the black sequins to his eyes to make them kind of more lively. And yeah, I just love how this one came out. Uh-oh, my letter stickers are coming off. I may have to go back and glue those. This is another one of my scrappy kind of backgrounds. I used a bunch of strips and created this star. Again, hologram, I used it. It works, I think, really well for Snapchat photos and photos of my daughter, or daughters. I was able, with these ones, with these kind of layouts when I do them, I'm okay with using random die cuts. We all have them. We're never going to use that. Like, you know, the gumball machine, I don't know. This little moped girl. Balloons are a little easier to use, but you know, like, I'm never going to use these things on anything. So this is just a fun layout about nothing. Like, it's not anything special. It's just a gorgeous photo of my daughter, and I don't know, I just had fun with it, and I really love how this came out. I was able to use some of these felt pieces that this felt piece I've literally been hoarding for, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years. I think it's Freckled Fawn. Yes, so I love how that turned out. And this one may actually be my absolute favorite. I created this for a random scrappy challenge, which was a series I was doing with Marie, of Marie's notes on YouTube, and I cannot remember what our challenge was. I think we had to use something. Was this for a random scrappy challenge? Maybe this was for paper issues. I can't remember, but we had to use something that wasn't meant for scrapbooking. And so I used, let's see if I can find it. I used one of these little tools that is for tracing patterns onto fabric. And I dipped it in ink and then I just rolled it along the edge here and created this border. And I can't remember if there was something else that we had to do as well. But what I did is I used a bunch of strips of paper in the background and I stitched these ones down, which took forever. And I just, again, used a bunch of kind of random die cuts. These are from my probably absolute favorite collection, which is the Joy Parade by Fancy Pants. And I just kind of went to town and I added a bunch of stuff. I got one of these puffy stickers with a little like Instagram camera. And yeah, I just love this so much. I love how colorful it is and how fun and everything. And it really kind of fits the photo, which is of my daughter. And then her friend is photobombing her in the background there. Excuse me. So those are my top 10 layouts. It's hard to pick the top 10, to be honest. I thought I only had 10 and I ended up with 15, so then I had to cut some of them out. And like I said, I didn't even pull out the 8.5 by 11s or any of my Traveler notebook or anything like that. So like I said, there's going to be a list of videos down below, so head on over to everybody else's channel. Some of the channels are going to have giveaways and everything. I didn't have time to get something ready, but I will be having a giveaway soon. I'm almost to 500 subscribers, and I'm thinking about doing a giveaway when I hit 500, just of, you know, some fun things. So please give me a thumbs up if you like this. Head on over to the other ladies' channels and check out their videos, and I will see you again soon. Bye!